relationship dynamics with associates, people you have some type of contractual agreement with of any kind, okay? Even if it's just business or your living situation, or actual like love contracts, friendships, platonic, whatever. You guys basically feel like when things go left, okay, or for those individuals who choose to be toxic towards you, you see it for what 11:55. You see it for what it is, and it's simply a distraction. You guys are like into like there's something about science that's significant, chemistry, biology, um looking deeper into what's going on in the world around us, or like what their agendas are, like what they're doing, what are the things that they're trying to cover up and hide, right? What are the things that they don't want us talking about, why would they be trying to distract us with being in conflict, constantly in conflict, or constantly experiencing conflict and cycles with one another? Like, you guys basically, you understand your power, um and what happens when you fuel a situation or a scenario, and when you don't, when you pull your energy back. You guys had like a lot of cycles or experiences where the outcome would be you eventually pulling your energy back and seeing how powerful that is, how impactful that is, how people get their karma, how scales balance themselves out, okay, without you having to overexert yourself or allow yourself to be distracted from some type of goal that you already had set in place before some type of upheaval between you and a person. And so you've kind of rendered that tactic powerless. Um, so you guys could definitely be uh getting back into like some type of routine, or you're looking into something that you already said you wanted to do, or you had it like in your plans or like in your timeline to do. Um, there's something about you guys refocusing and staying there, remaining there, um, and like really being stern when it comes to your boundaries around respect. Okay, especially like basic respect. Some of you guys are like also in this energy of um you can have the wisdom, you can have the understanding, you can be nurturing and understand why somebody's having choosing to be disrespectful because they're having a moment, emotional outburst, a misunderstanding, whatever the case may be. But you're still choosing to hold them accountable, even if that's not verbally, um, even if that's just getting yourself to a safe space. Okay, even if that's just mentally, removing yourself, trying to get ahead of something before it becomes something that's that grows too attached onto you. You guys have experienced having people close to you who are clearly trying to sabotage you, or who try to sabotage special events for you, or sabotage moments where you were supposed to be focused, or something required a lot of your focus, or you were supposed to practice something, study something, do something, commit to something. Okay. Yeah. Put those cards back. So it's almost like you guys are you're separating whatever spiritual attacks and warfare that you pick up, okay, because of your intuition, and regardless of who it's coming from or whatever, you recognize the who, why, when, and where. You do what you need to do, okay, to protect your energy, and you're doing it at a quicker pace. Basically, it's like you're fully in your power, type of energy. So it's giving like bypassing um some type of obstacles, or because it's given, people, I feel like you guys feel like people are not going to necessarily stop trying to be an obstacle on your path. But with this new chapter, you got a new chapter in influencer status. Um, it's nothing to internalize, basically. Um, and you understand the bigger picture of why it's happening. But the things that they want you to feel, like wanting you to spiral and ruminate, thinking that something's wrong with you, thinking that you need to go away, disappear, you're more problematic, okay, than problem solving. Um, you're making something worse off than, it's like demonizing the beautiful traits about you, okay, trying to shame you for it so that you're no longer yourself. That's ultimately what this is, okay, with this plastic smiles. So you basically kind of just become a shell of yourself, like a lot of people. Um, yeah. So it's like it's okay if if they feel like the way that you're going about something is given like you taking a necessary action that they would never take because they don't hold themselves accountable and actually be attentive of themselves to know how certain behaviors, certain frequencies, how destructive they are to your mind, your body. And so them calling it toxic, for example, block, calling that toxic, okay, when you deny them access or when you do this hard stop energy. I feel like a hard stop is like, like, like I'm telling you, like doing something quick, like sooner than later. Yeah. Self care mode. hmm So it's not that you guys aren't open to like genuine, like loving gestures or like people wanting to confess, because I was picking up on a lot of confession energy, like people wanting to confess, wanting to reason with you, wanting to work something out with you. Um, Hoping that things can be restored with you. It's not that you guys are closed off to that and you're blocking that. You just have a certain standard and expectation that you're not going to waver on like you wavered on before, which led to you getting, hurt or betrayed in a very painful manner. Okay, so it's almost like it would be irresponsible to put yourself back in circumstances that already cause you some type of great pain or betrayal. Wisdom itself is applying knowledge. Like you got knowledge from that experience, and so you apply the knowledge, okay, to avoid having to go through some type of tough cycle again, some type of karmic cycle. So you're limiting your interactions to genuine interactions only. Some of you guys could be feeling like this social, like wanting to be social or energy. But there's something about you being very in tune with your spirit guides and them letting you know, like keeping you on your P's and Q's. Like y'all know we just had this blue moon, full moon and stuff like that. There's a lot of people doing events and stuff. But you, hey, you can't get ahead of yourself. Like you still gotta keep him. I just said you can't get ahead of yourself and act like motherfuckers not doing rituals out here and they not desperate. Okay, don't fuck around and dance yourself into some type of full moon ritual, okay, where you're actually like a plug, like you're a power surge, you're a generator, and you're being harvested from. Like you have to make sure, like even when you're um out or being social, you have to make sure you're not putting yourself in any energy harvesting rings. Okay, because an energy harvesting ring is just an environment where there's a community of people. First of all, first of all, with the intent to kind of fuel up or charge up off other people. And I feel like when that becomes something toxic, it becomes toxic when it's like it's very like self gain, like selfish, like at the expense of the other people. Um, I'm a party with you because I want to get this type of feeling and this thrill and hope this leads to this and whatever, like, you know, or because I want to do this, so I'm going to pull you or drag you along, you know, to do something toxic or whatever. I'm going to get you to do something that's outside of your character because that's going to boost my energy or give me something to feed on because how you generally are, what I'm, you know, pushing you to step out of triggers me. It makes, you know, it makes this person feel inferior. So let me encourage you to do something toxic or do something toxic that I do. So now, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, some of you guys could have definitely been called to stay to yourself during this full moon, this blue moon. Okay. Boundaries. Yep. Boundaries. Yeah. Yeah. It's something about you going into or being in like self care mode. Um, and this is what gave you your closure. This is how you give yourself closure. You don't have to wait for an apology. Accept what happened. Okay, and creating your own peace out of the situation. You guys have an advantage because you're real, because you're honest, okay, because you're authentic, and so your advantage to give yourself closure in any situation is you showed up honestly. In a lot of cases for you guys, it's been people coming at you sideways, targeting you, switching up on you. So they battle with their conscience. They battle with um that call for repentance. They battle with that conviction. Somebody knows somebody knows that they were wrong. Somebody knows what they've done to you. Like somebody, even if somebody couldn't even uphold trying to pretend something with a group of people that long because their conscience was eating at them. They're not even like that. Like they're not even that kind of person. So you're being looked at like it's like your self care is being admired. Okay, you giving yourself closure is being admired. You still keeping shit real is being admired. Your boundaries, your intuition is all being admired. In the last video I did, I was talking about people using deception or illusions to their advantage to harm a divine being, but the Most High being the greatest magician of all time, alchemist, right? Meaning you think you took some shit from me, but it's like, do you know how very secure we how much we secure ourselves, our energy field, our space? You get what I'm saying? Like, and like this dream that I had again, these people who attacked me. I was at the very top floor. One the head karmic was in the middle. Everybody else was on the last floor. But I'm way up here. So you're not even up here. How could you take something from me? You're not even up here. You can't even get to where I'm at. How can you take something from me that's critical for me to have? So this is even giving like people who was trying to attack your opportunities or your gains or what you receive or reciprocity. Like people trying to um intercept like your reciprocity, your harvest or something like that. But let's think about opportunities. Not all opportunities are good, right? If the idea is to disrupt or interrupt or steal your opportunities. Whatever has been quote unquote successfully taken, it was never yours. It wasn't for you in the first place, you know? That's just simply what it is. Like safe space again. How was you able to take something from a divine being? You know what I'm saying? Like, because how would you invade? How would you even invade their safe space? It's safe, and you're unsafe. You have unsafe intentions. So how could you? How? No, you can tiptoe on the borders and around the fucking throne or the empire, the castle, bitch. But you can't get up in here. You can't get through these security guards. You can't get through these angels and these archangels. Ain't none of that. You can't do that. You can't. Illusions. Illusions. Somebody was under the impression that something that they were doing was successful, and they didn't realize that this for one for one damn, for one, they actually confessed. Two, they go forward anyway. Okay. I mentioned a movie that I went to go see tonight, and when the lady went inside of this building looking for this guy, she turned her back, turned around, and seen this dark figure, like the a clip of his arm sliding back into like this hall. She can't see him. So the lights start flickering. All basically all the signs of supernatural activity or a dark energy, a dark force being present. The guy that she was looking for comes out instead, and she allows him to not only walk up on her or near her, but behind her, only for the true what he really was possessed by or what it was to consume her. Or like, yeah, like I said, she didn't make it out. This is what happened to somebody who thought that they was in invading like your energy, your destiny, your space, disrupting your timeline, stealing from your timeline. Somebody was in some type of illusion the whole time. This is giving somebody under their own spells. With that imprisonment spell that came out in the last video, somebody's under their own spell. Damn. Level up card in the reverse. There was an illusion of someone leveling up. In the last video I just did, a card came out that said, all is not what it seems. This has something to do with workplace alliances and secrets, power plays. There could be some type of gossip about this person going on, whispers in hallways. Protect your reputation. People could be warning others to protect their reputation from somebody, from this karmic energy here. Karmic lesson. Yeah, you got CEO energy in the reverse in silent treatment. Like this person is not that. And there's gossip about this. Somebody's a prisoner of their own doings, of their own spells, their own workings, their own witchcraft. Why? Because this is what they were doing to you. They were gossiping about what you do for work. They was gossiping with coworkers or workplace alliances. Um, they were plotting on the progression or the success of somebody's work here with that line graph in the back. This is somebody who is watching your progress. This could be somebody watching your business success or watching your progress or your success with something that you're doing. Um, this is somebody who was trying to outsmart you, okay, through whispers, through gossip, through moving behind the scenes, okay, with some type of vile, like, ugh, it's crazy. So somebody's giving this person, this fake leader, this fake priestess, or somebody's giving this person the silent treatment. And some type of silent treatment was supposed to take you or knock you off this CEO or some type of successful path here. Like, was supposed to cause you to decline or cause your mental, your psychological health to decline, or your physical health to decline. You know, like when a baby is born and they tell you to put the baby on the mother's chest like as soon as possible. Like, I don't know, like somebody was trying to activate or reopen some type of detachment wounds or abandonment wounds, neglect, emotional neglect to a main character energy. They got tired. I don't know, they felt like they didn't want you to receive some type of intense attention, big gestures, or people giving you some type of special treatment. They didn't want somebody to give you some type of special treatment. It's somebody who wanted to compete with that main character energy. They wanted to be the main character. Somebody, there was, okay, this is giving like, oh, I've been channeling that type of energy the past couple of months, bro. Like the Us movie, the upside world and the downside world. Like, this is giving you being a main character, like in a divine sense, and somebody else being a main character in some type of demonic living lifestyle, like type shit. And that wasn't enough for that King of Swords energy that was focused on some type of prophetic vision or a prophetic path. Or you see this person in the back, they don't look excited or like they're enjoying themselves, or they're looking at something else, okay? And he's looking back. He's looking back at someone else while everybody else is praising and worshiping this main character energy type shit. So somebody's not able to distract somebody who's missing you or reflecting on you, or they're reflecting on the past. Okay. They were trying to love bomb this person. There's somebody who's in the friend zone. Okay, trying to ease out the friend zone or use being drunk to get out the friend zone with somebody. Uh-huh. You got main character love bomb, friend zone, drunk text, second chance, and reconciliation. And they receive breadcrumbs getting blocked and deleted in return. A third party. And somebody's unbothered. Okay. Somebody doesn't view them as their soulmate. They view them as a drama magnet. Somebody could be spilling the tea. There can be like somebody, this person who was blocked and deleted, their friend could be spilling the tea about this, or people could be talking about this. Yep. Talking about how what's really going on with this person behind the scenes. Okay, opposed to what they're presenting on social media, something related to commitment issues or somebody not committing to them. Okay. Somebody has some kind of wake up call about another connection. Wake up call, power couple. Sudden clarity. So now someone's enviously watching you, okay? Or they're watching you with this no, there was a conversation about somebody watching you. Okay. Somebody could threaten somebody about recruiting or keeping something up, recruiting people to like gang stalk you or something like that. Somebody could have threatened someone. Okay. With these scales and this money at the top of this card. And even like just their energy. Okay. He's like in a King of Swords. It's giving King of Swords. Because somebody's crushing on somebody from their past. You got secret crush and past life, long distance love. Oh yeah, let me show y'all that again. The video I did yesterday. I was like, dang, I showed them cards mad fast. They probably couldn't even see that. Past life, secret crush, and long distance love. Um, so you guys know that you don't have to worry about your love life. You don't have to worry about your finances. You don't have to worry about your safety. Somebody definitely wanted you to feel unsafe or was trying to project that you're still not safe or that something's not over or that to anticipate something similar happening again. Um, and even like wanting you to be in this energy where you don't fully be yourself or try to make you feel like the way that you are, honestly, your authentic self is problematic. And it's giving this, you're somebody who's mindful about how you treat others. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's, you don't have no reason to like mistreat nobody. Um, and one of your big motivations, okay, green flag, one of your biggest motivations for being fair and just is about the karma that you're creating for yourself. Um, you understand that regardless of people trying to disrupt, steal, take away, or spellbind me to not have love, to not have a support system, or experience joy, have fun, have stability, security, be safe, and stuff like that. They can't really control that. You know, the only thing that really changes that is if I move in a way, you know what I'm saying, to cause myself to not be able to reap those things. They can't get you to retaliate. They can't get you to invest all of your attention, immerse all of your energy into this or this kind of energy, like these family or friendship. Yo, I'm here and pray for them. Um, Somebody could want you to pray for them because when I said that hit me so left just now, like pray for them. Somebody could want you to pray for them. Somebody that's learning a karmic lesson for being a drama magnet or being connected or associated with a drama magnet. Mm, yeah. So there's something that you're supposed to be doing, okay? And I feel like on a bigger scale, like beyond the people attacking you, like the small people that's attacking you, the bigger attack, and they're just being pawns and puppeted, is to get you away from focusing or contributing some type of knowledge or guidance about the bigger things that's going on. Like it's connected to our Akashic records, things that we're supposed to be doing instead of being like kind of obsessed with proper relationships and connections. Um, there's something about just immersing yourself in improving yourself, your self love, self care, taking care of yourself, you know, being so immersed in your energy, that loving frequency, and not letting anybody or anyone take you out of that anymore, or not for a moment ever again moving forward. Like, or just be able to, you're able to more just quickly recognize when somebody's trying to do that. And it's like not giving them permission to invade your energy like that. You're not agreeing to take something off of them, okay? And take it on yourself. Give them something of yourself. No, like you're not doing that. Okay? You're not making excuses for it. Yeah. Safe space. And twin flame in reverse. New chapter. Period. Fresh start, clean state energy, moving in a new direction, turn the page. Like that's literally what it's like. Like, oh, so who's somebody said some fuck shit, somebody did some fuck shit. Oh, what now this person being weird or oh, this is happening. Turn the page. It's like not staying stuck or ruminating on something so long anymore. Like there's nothing to really figure out about the situation. It's like you trust that your intuition is more than enough. Um, your communication and the clarity that you receive, the messages that you receive from the divine, or just on your you seeking out the truth. You know, seeking out the truth also includes watching tarot or just being observant of your surroundings and seeing things that give you some type of confirmation and clarity, like being open to receiving clarity in other ways outside of the actual person or people. You know what I'm saying? Like really be childlike in your faith and your belief with the divine, okay, and know that the divine can communicate with you in all kind of ways, in any type of way. And there's something about people not being able to put out um that flame of excitement that you have towards God and like the supernatural world, your supernatural abilities. Like you look forward to what God is doing in your life. You look more forward to what the becoming of you and the becoming fully of you and your, your spiritual gifts, like your akasha, like all of that. Like that keeps you going and really solidifies your willpower. So these things that people use, these relationship tactics, dynamics tactics, messy shit, um, that's not really something that can be executed on you. You could be somebody, a part of your purpose could be to contribute harmony to that type of energy. By you simply staying in alignment with the divine, like basically actually having the discipline to do so, having the discipline to remain in your divine purpose or to remain in your divine self, um no matter what, showing people what benevolent darkness is supposed to be like, okay, giving people like real life, like a real life example, like realistic expression of authenticity, okay, and not having to throw people or weapon or use people um as pawns or take people through the ringer as that extra boost for you to keep going in life, for you to go for you to go forward with doing something. Yeah, no, this energy of proving something to yourself, to the divine, to the legacy, that you're creating for yourself, um the vision that you have for yourself, like putting effort and energy towards that being your priority above anything toxic or negative. um and showing up how you always shown up with facing this energy, okay? It's like opposites, right? Okay, a part of you just remaining your authentic, this anointed being is, okay, when somebody do come at you sideways, you respond truthfully how you respond, and you have limits and boundaries on how far that's going to go. If they are receptive to how you choose to respond in a, not so combative or, hostile, like whatever, or however you communicate, but you communicate the fucking truth. If they choose not to back down out of trying to uphold some type of deception, then move in a new direction and turn the page. Your vibe inspires others. People are watching your moves. Use your platform wisely. So there's something significant about trying to have all eyes on you with some type of embarrassing or humiliation ritual or situation like that, and you showing people how it's done. Like you just turning the page. Like I don't the opposite the opposite happening or occurring or this screams like or you just modeling strength, okay, that inspires others to also stand fully in their strength when met with these type of situations um instead of being swept by guilt trips, gaslighting, being emotionally manipulated. Heavy emphasis on guilt trip. You're a mental warrior, able to war with enemies via thought, able to defend via thought and visualization. See? Whoa. Yeah, the divine doesn't want you to remain in this energy where you're not pushing, don't don't push, don't force anything like when it comes to deepening like sacred bonds or this soul tribe energy. But you have a sacred you have like sacred soul bonds in your energy. Soul tribe, good old friends. Okay. You guys can like easily make friends though. Like it's given like your life aligning to your frequency, even when it comes to the people that you merge with, and end up being around. And y'all being able to like vibe, like have this friendship vibe. Yeah, yeah. And you definitely have someone who feels like they need to experience you again. They crave your presence, miss your voice, and they love you. Well, of course, we know, of course, people are going to do that when you didn't have any ill intentions towards them. Like, uh, it doesn't matter um, who tries to discredit you or anything like that. Like, just continue focus on talking about those things that other people are not talking about. Okay. Continue being excitement and your curiosity, like about deeper knowledge and your intuitive insights, and share it anyway. It's like somebody wants you to like stop being like that, but that's what makes you stand out. That's what has you set apart. That's what has somebody like feeling like there's not many people like you. Like it doesn't feel like you're kind of just here, like just to be here. Like you're it's about your there's something about your insight, the insight that you provide. The things that you feel like are interesting or whatever, like besides just the surface level shit. Like somebody hates the fact that you're deeper than than what they expected. Hmm. And you're a mental warrior, so even though this stuff is supposed to be hidden, like crown chakra magic, gossip, rumors, this was supposed to be this was supposed to basically make everything else about you weak or obsolete. Nothing to worry about, nothing to be concerned about, non-threatening, harmless. Is that why that word came out earlier? It's like you're harmless, but you're not main character energy. Yeah. So you're in this energy where you're about to be deepening sacred bonds with soul tribe. Okay, there's a power couple or something about you being a power couple. Like these things are destined for you, having good old friends. And these people who want to leave some type of toxic imprint in your life, they're gonna remain like vibrationally, this is their position that they're gonna remain in the bed, upset, mad because other people are enjoying you or get to enjoy you and experience you. There's something about even like that thought, somebody, I don't know, some type of thoughts where it's like, damn, like I should have just tried to be cool with this person. I should have just been cool with this person. I should have handled something this way, da 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 da. And I actually like this person, or yeah. Some of you guys could be in this dating for fun energy, not forever, flirty, free, fully yourself, not settling, just shining. Okay. Not settling. Okay. Not settling. And you're more focused on deepening sacred, like creating sacred bonds, like being, um, creating like solidified friendships with people. Yeah, so you guys are like very focused on just making sure you remain balanced so that your finances don't take a decline or take a hit or something like that because of what's going on outside of you, or people who are, who are intentionally not being um cooperative. You know how those things normally like can just throw off our whole mood or throw off our day, or it can send us like into thinking these negative thoughts and like spiraling and stuff like that. Um, Throwing our frequency off, the way, the thoughts that we hear and meditate on, and basically that affecting things outside of us. Like we get it now, we get it. mass Mass slipping, receipt surfacing, hidden info exposed. Now you know what you're dealing with. Now you know what you're dealing with. Okay? Now back to the mission, back to the goal. Because whatever these things are that you're supposed to do and implement, it does require a lot of your focus and attention. It requires discipline. It actually requires a disciplined lifestyle. Like there's been like a lot of attacks on your discipline or your routines. Like, because things that you're supposed to co-create with the divine, it requires you having a disciplined lifestyle. Your health, your relationships, um finances, it's a requirement. So what you're doing now is solidifying routines, okay, or solidifying just becoming or being or maintaining being disciplined. Okay. Refusing to become a stereotype with this blocked and deleted energy, and not being wasteful like with your soul, like with your time here. Like looking to be awarded like in ways where you create something that's actually like helpful to others, something that's conducive for the good of, anyone. Um, Truly being useful, opposed to just being those kind of people where what you look like and what you have is enough, or should be enough, or they're expecting certain treatment and certain rewards and stuff like that just based off looks or based off materials. Okay, based off things that doesn't contribute healing to something. Okay, you got darkening of the light. So you're lightening the dark, while and just honestly confronting or being having people crossing paths with people who's intentionally darkening the light. Okay, they're already trying or actively darkening the light of those they come into contact with, okay, or that they are attached to. um and meaning crossing paths with people who are like that, you coming into alignment with people um who wants to free themselves, because he took off his own mask and he's crying, this guy right here. It's like you're that heat that caused the person to sweat and the mask to slip off. This is funny. You're the one revealing the hidden info in situations or about things, to give us the advantage or to give somebody the advantage, um, with whatever is in their life to overthrow them. You know where to locate or where to retrieve the true receipts of a situation, or you're going to provide the receipts, okay, of the truth in all things, like in whatever that is. But it's like somebody, I don't know, it's like this overhead energy, like, so let alone like this karmic, these karmic, people, there's energies above that orchestrating this, like to kind of distract us from revealing other shit, bigger shit. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like all the readings talking about like somebody in a relationship, some toxic person in a relationship, like, and that's all it's about, but not talking about like somebody being targeted and being um tracked by police, like different things like that, like um somebody who's revealing like hidden info and secrets. Listen, y'all know that stuff that's going on with like Disney and trafficking and stuff like that. I got older videos. I got this video where all that came out in a reading. Like, yeah. So it's, to give you an example, it's something like me posting a video like that, and then because I have a big heart, I'm loving because of my past traumas, with favoritism, with passive gaslighting and stuff like that from people that I love, family, um, friends, whatever, like having a history of that. My nervous system is supposed to be fucked up because of that. I'm supposed to, have like this embedded PTSD that a button can be pressed and, oh, they can silence me. It's supposed to be that type of organized energy here, like kind of wanting to turn you into AI, like robot, be able to control what you have access to, when it comes to yourself, or you being able to access certain secrets and hidden knowledge and truth. Um, and so it's kind of like creating this energy or inducing this energy where I experience heartbreak and betrayal back to back, or to distract me, to throw me off from, you know, channeling and focusing and recalling my dreams and being in that energy of writing it down as soon as I wake up out the dream. Like, opposed to, oh, uh, I'm missing this person, or what's the update? What's going on? Let me look at this. Let me turn and watch this video. Let me do this, let me do that. And that being the first thing I do, opposed to, now let me meditate on this dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me sit and just meditate in general. Let me pray. Let me um it's like it's almost like just overwhelming your system so much that you kind of get manipulated into this space of just wanting relief. Okay, wanting relief. Um, smoking weed, drinking, partying, wanting to hang out with somebody, like really wanting to hang out with someone, like thinking about having sex with somebody, like thinking about, well, damn, should I just give up and just find me a cuddle buddy and say fuck, like this real shit, like should I just do what they doing, just to give myself some type of relief from these hardships and stuff. It's like wanting you to fall into that same cycle, instead of being that steward, instead of being that. It's almost like a valedictorian type of energy, but in the spirit realm. You know, not wanting you to be that. What's crazy? I have a classmate. He was such a sweetheart. Um, he drowned, and he was valedictorian at our school, but he ended up losing his life, drowning. And in the superlatives, he had got most likely to be president. So it's like there's something about you being set apart like that, and someone in this energy of trying to end people like us, um, so that we never reach that, so that we're never fully activated. Um, so that we're not able to actually be effective with real change, like making real shifts, um, like fully bringing in and infusing the spirit realm, the supernatural, our souls, like, expanding our souls past, oh, we love God, we know God, we read the Bible, we study the Bible, we pray, we go to church, we do rituals like fasting and almost like wanting to keep us there and not have us go beyond that on a soul level. Um, y'all know, like for example, people being able to move things, telekinesis and stuff like that. Not wanting us to tap higher into that, trying to distract you from being out in nature. Okay. Trying to replace things that we actually need to really power up. Um, yeah, not wanting you to do yoga, be out in nature, hike. There's something about trying to diminish some type of courage or bravery that you have that's also set apart from the people around you. Like there's certain traits about you that are more intense or solid that they're trying to water down. Okay. And one of the biggest ways to water these things down about you is relationship conflict, or somebody hurting your feelings, hurting your heart, breaking your heart. You healing from something, you being depressed, you getting your feelings hurt, stuff like that. And I think what makes it so um like this anesthesia to our energy is we didn't do anything to deserve the betrayal. We didn't do anything, for the pain to be caused or cast. We didn't do anything for somebody to do witchcraft on us, like try to attack our appearance and try to make us sick, try to make us fat, try to make us skinny, like try to make us suffer, break something, break ourselves, lose our minds, die. Like we're not doing anything directly where somebody would want to do that to somebody. So, all that in combination, it's like it's very time consuming, energy consuming, energy draining. Um, yeah. And the thing about us pushing ourselves to do those things that power us up, that expands us on a soul level, is how it kind of speeds up the recovery from whatever um, demonic energy you're combating. But like when somebody get depressed, they just want to stay inside. They don't want to see the sun. They don't want no light shine on them and stuff like that. Like it's like that, trying to have that spirit pull you away from the things that actually charge you and power you up, okay, and kind of activate your supernatural strength. Confirmation. I feel like this is confirmation too with the moon. Yeah. Intense. Deep trigger, deep healing. Not for the faint of heart. Yeah, and also accept, or like, okay, you see how he's meditating but he's focused on himself, and all of these people are watching him in envy or with envy. That's what comes with leveling up and ascending. That's what comes with ascending. It's like, what's that in the sky? It's almost like a random balloon being in the sky, and so you just look up at it, like, or just it's like one of those planes with a sign just flying across, and so it draws your attention because otherwise it's just the sky. And so when your energy, like when your soul ascends and things about you look different, like I said in this video or the last one, there's something about you aging backwards, and someone who is attacking you, who could even be younger than you, aging rapidly. Like they look older and you look younger. Okay. Um, that's what comes with outgrowing certain people and places and stepping into the next version of yourself. Understanding that not everyone can come. Not everybody. It's almost like not everybody can. The easiest example of this would be fitness, working out. There's levels to fitness depending on how fit you are, right? Okay, not everybody can do push-ups, not everybody can do chin-ups, not everybody can do, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's given. So it's like the work that you're doing, the internal work, like refusing to get trapped or tricked or pulled into some type of toxic, endless argument or fight where the person is intentionally withholding or omitting something that could go ahead and we can go ahead and solve it. We can go ahead and end it. You know, there's no tug of war on the spirit or none of that going on. To somebody who doesn't believe that they're powerful or they haven't like fully activated that, they experience an illusion of power when we choose to treat the argument or the battle more important than continuing to outgrow the shit, rise above it. You know what I'm saying? Like stay focused on growing or becoming something better. There's something about that energy of things seeming good. You maintaining your energy, things seeming good, and then like a surprise, like attack type shit. And that's supposed to be like shocking to your energy, your nervous system, shocking to that subconscious or that emotional memory of past traumas where it's strong enough to cause you to decline or descend or distract you away from what could unfold if you continue allowing your soul to expand. Yeah. So it's one thing to recognize and identify what's going on, to give someone guidance and clarity and confirmation about what's going on, what they're dealing with, what people's intentions truly are. Cool. Guiding people on how to know when something is of their intuition, how to recognize their insight, how to interpret their visions and their dreams. Cool. But eventually, um, there's something about you being in an energy of providing like concrete, like tangible solutions. Like there's something about this energy through toxic connections trying to deter you from creating that thing, whatever that thing is, right? whatever this thing is, this is given like they don't have to talk to you directly. Like there's something tangible that you're supposed to create for people that will assist them on their healing journey, their health, their overall wellness. Okay, some type of life improvement. Something that doesn't deter them from um, integrity. But you're being encouraged to be in this like silver lining energy, no matter what happens, because of your position in the situation or scenario. Like maintain that silver lining. Be mindful and conscious about how the remarks that you made. Some of you guys may have to repent on certain things that you said out of anger or hurt or pain. Um, but yeah, that's what's giving. That's what it's giving. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This ain't new to you though. This ain't new to you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like y'all going against the giants in your lives and other people's lives. Like that's not new to you. It's not. Yeah. And just remember that um it's on purpose. It's intentional. Okay. It's aligned. It's orchestrated. And as long as you handle the situation how you feel like it should be handled, um, with all things considered, with a um, constructive, educated, wise, strategic approach, the outcome is going to always work out in your favor, no matter how rocky things are in the middle. And that the the more you remember that, or the quicker that you enact understanding that moving forward, you can prevent yourself from fueling or feeding the negativity or the karmics that's being used, okay, in the scenario. Call it for what it is. Don't let nobody try to make you feel like you don't know what you're talking about, and move accordingly, even if that means turning the page, separating yourself. You guys are already those energies where peer pressure is not stronger than your own free will. Mm, 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 mm. And I'm telling you, why it always seems like when a multitude of individuals come up against you, it's always somebody or several of them who end up wanting to be your friend. Or they like you, they adore your energy so much. Why it always seem like that? Don't it always seem like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know what it is too? Like some of these attacks, some of these people who attack you and they actually do get people to work with them, those friends work with them because they're intimidated by that person. And when they see you mirror this, and when they see how you respond to that person that they're intimidated by, that they're helping this person do wicked shit because they're intimidated by the person, and they see how you handle the situation, that person that's like leading the attack, oh, they can't stand that shit. Because you expose them, you expose their weakness. You expose them for the coward that they truly are. You expose them for the fraud, that they truly are. Yeah. Mm-mm. It's giving somebody would sleep on you and now they have insomnia. And somebody wanted you to be sleep on yourself, okay, or things that are bigger than them, bigger than um unresolved conflict with them, okay. It's like either they'll get it together or they won't. But however this is supposed to be played out, or however this is mapped out, is how it's mapped out. So if people got to get swapped out, people just got to get swapped out. Okay. Tell me why. Tell me why the Empress. I pulled the Empress again. Crazy. Ace of Swords, the truth. Or this is a huge revelation. hmm I was having like a praise and worship moment like yesterday and today, earlier today, and I was singing like these old church songs we used to was that last night? Maybe it was last night. Um but I was singing these old church songs that some of the elders that I was close with used to sing. And I was just like, just having my own praise and worship, like with the angels, towards the divine. That's how I chose, or that's just a ritual I wanted to do. Okay, for the full moon, the once in a blue moon. Um, and one of the songs was "Didn't I Tell You Everything Will Be All Right?" I told you everything will be all right. Another song was it Victory? Another song I kept singing to was Hallelujah. We have won the victory by his stripes. We are healed by his nail pierced hands. We're free by his might. We're washed clean, and now we have the victory. And the power of sin is broken. Jesus came and changed it all. Saved us all. Can't remember the words. Because he did. Yes, one. So it's something about you. You know how in church they used to always say, "The fight is fixed. The battle is fixed. The battle is not yours; it's the Lord's." Um, I'm even hearing this song. You will win, win, win. You will win. So it's given. Remember that you're already more than a conqueror when met with any conflict. It don't matter what it is. Like, be set apart. Be a part of that small percentage that actually take God serious. You know, um, not that energy of how most people study something to repeat it and regurgitate it to pass a paper test in that moment, but they don't actually practice it even past that to really apply it in their lives. Okay, it's like that, like how I said earlier about having that childlike faith. Okay, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. That means even when you have those visions where people will call you weird, you had those dreams, you dreamed about somebody, you dream about a missing person, or you get visions about a missing person, you get little inklings and stuff about something that the government is planning. You have dreams, visions, or insight about some type of cure, something that can be a cure, something that can be helpful, something that can contribute to wellness, some type of innovative idea. Um, it can even down to the small things like um, you know that if you say this or if you do this with this person or you can help this kid or help this lady or help this man and you know it will help them, like just do it, just be it because that's who you are, and don't allow other people and what they popularize or what they make popular um get you out of that God energy, like in your contribution overall. Like, oh, like this person didn't defend me, they're allowing these people to do this to me, to do that to me. Okay, well, how do you show up in a situation like that? What's most important is how you would show up in a situation like that, and you making sure that you retain your authenticity, that you retain, your lovable energy. Okay, that you retain all those things that they're trying to take away from you or steal from you or hijack out of your energy and trade it off with something basic, low vibrational, and toxic. Like, nah, like it's given. Like, no, I refuse to. I refuse to leave out of my spiritual luxury to go downstairs, some long as a couple flight of stairs, then go outside, then go to the gate and see what some hating ass bitches gotta say or what they saying, what they doing outside behind the gate when they can't even get. Oh, okay. They they can't even get. Mm-mm. Wow. Yeah. Like how we'll do stuff in the world and it's like, um, Mother Gaia and nature, whatever the weather is going to be, or if it's going to be a rainstorm and stuff like that, if it's going to be lightning, thunder, it don't matter what your plans was, what you was doing, hey, it's happening. That's how it is sometimes with your, with purifying and purging toxins, like emotional and psychological toxins and stuff like that. It's something that you shouldn't avoid, and you have ample examples around you of why it's not conducive to ignore that, to be ashamed or let people create some type of shame around things that are cures to the soul, things that are actually healing and aiding to the soul, and actually causes you to advance. Like it gives you a leg up, a level up in the situation, like opposed to allowing others to confine you in their energy with this cloak of shame surrounding that. Okay, just because in their circle, they allow themselves to kind of get, programmed in that stigma of um revealing certain vulnerabilities and stuff like that is a weakness and stuff. Okay, that's on them and their beliefs ain't got shit. Hey, if they want to stay where they are, stagnant or continue to descend and decline because they want to, not seek the truth, eventually they're going to become a non-factor anyway because you're going to continue to ascend. You're going to continue to align and attract better. Okay. A good example, and then I'm gonna close out. Um, Confirmation. Yeah, a good example would be if something is misplaced, if something happens, if there's a mishap or a misunderstanding, you being able to talk to people maturely, and it's on both ends, is mutual. That is what you are experiencing now and beyond. That is what you refusing refusing to stoop to this this energy right here. It's about the source. This tower. This is giving like someone creating a tower moment for you, putting 10 swords in your bag, but you still crawling to get yourself some help, even when there's nobody else helping you. But even when there's individuals who did this to you, who know that you need help, you need serious help, and you by yourself and with the divine and your angels still crawling yourself to the car, forcing yourself to stay up to get to the hospital, getting yourself some help. This is the type of strength that you have. Okay. Yeah. And one thing about it, those experiences showed you like there's just certain, like you have certain boundaries now where it's like, yeah, it's not up for debate. It's not up for debate. And that's only to avoid putting yourself in a position again where you have to fight so hard to save yourself or um to survive a situation. Um because of some like lack of emotional discipline. Yeah. I think what it was too was people tricking you into thinking that it's safe for you to be emotionally vulnerable and then trying to weaponize that against you once you were. Okay? So it's like moving forward, you're like, okay, I have all these tools of how people can be possessed and how they can be weaponized emotionally, psychologically, against me, spiritually. Um, so just always remain on your P's and Q's, keep that intact. Because it's almost like this is the currency that gets you these sacred bonds and connections where that will no longer, those things from the past will no longer be something that reoccurs anymore in these true connections. There's something about you aligning with people where y'all's boundaries are in alignment. So it's like things that were once viewed as cool and stuff are gonna now be like played out. At least by the energies where people are wanting to be a part of or be associated with. Like there's this energy of people wanting to be associated with you, or and people who had the opportunity, like really experiencing some mixed emotions about forfeiting that. And some are gonna be brave enough to come in and try to see if they can work it out, and others, yeah, confirmation with divine timing. They have to get past some type of intimidating energy about you because you got divine timing and energy. Closure. So anybody external, any person denying you is never you being denied by God. Ever. Yeah. Delays with a purpose. Just postpone. So the only thing they can do is postpone you and whatever you're supposed to do. They can't get you denied. This using it, constantly using this tactic of denying you, teaming up with others to deny you or get you denied from something, like putting effort to get you denied for something out here, something on this realm. And it's like, but they can't get you denied. from God. This can be individuals who are denied from God, trying to have you experience getting denied, like people that you're connected to, places and things, work, losing jobs and stuff like that, and hoping that that will penetrate you and get you close to feeling how they feel. Okay, so this is giving like you haven't, you understand when you do lose things or certain things don't work out, okay, they don't align. That's what that's what was best, okay, for you. Things, because things are still aligning behind the scenes. Trust the schedule. So you trust the schedule now. You're not in this energy of worrying about the things your heart's desire. Like somebody wanted to induce some type of mental energy where that's all you focus on. Like all you focus on is like if you're gonna have friends, or not having a support system, or not having this and not having that, but you're focused on everything that you do have and everything that you are. This Empress energy, you have everything that you need. You have everything that you need, and just like the earth is abundant and always growing, plants, flowers, food is always growing. Okay, that's how it is. That's how it is for you. That's the reality. And it's like this energy of just trying to trick you into fixating on betrayal always growing, or like just more betrayal growing, and it's like, nah, that's not true. The fuck, are you a betrayer? All right then. Why should collective expect betrayals to continue growing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and those are the seeds that you're planting. So just like what you plant, you can see. Everybody may not. Everybody won't always see what you're planting or what you planted, but because you planted it, okay. And so that keeps you focused. So allow this to just keep you focused, okay. Um, you're very headstrong. You're very headstrong. And you're taking back control of your attention and your focus. Like it is what it is. Like I know, what song I heard earlier? I was singing. I just really hope that you think of me. I just really hope that you think of me. I just really hope that you think of me. Cause I'm trying to be unforgettable. You're unforgettable. Okay? And you're going to be thought about. People do things to you, they're going to ruminate, they're going to be convicted. So you don't have to stress yourself out worrying about them being convicted, worrying about if they're getting their karma, worrying about if justice is being served. None of that. Worrying about if somebody was able to do something unjust to you even though you didn't deserve it. You don't have to worry about any of that. All of that is attempts. All of that is weapons formed, and you're able to see them because they were formed. And before these things spring up, I'm going to tell you of them. So that's why you feel the clarity, or like, that's why you have the conviction so strongly of somebody doing something to you and what exactly it is that they're doing to you. That's just that's the divine putting you on game, just like he said. That's scripture. Before these things spring up, I shall tell you of them. That's scripture. Um, and God also, and our experiences have also confirmed to us how things play out. Okay, when people choose to repay good with evil. So it's really nothing to fixate on or fixate about anymore. Yeah, so this is you like taking the power away, like people being able to use that, taking that power away. Um, and getting back focused on what you control, what you can control. All right, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I've been wearing them for a few years, actually. Um, I'm gonna pull some cards and see uh if something different comes out, and I may go live again. But thank you guys for listening.